Wait, did I already buy this? I'm so confused. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren if you're new here, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. I am so excited to talk about this newest launch from Pat McGrath. She launched the Bridgerton Part 2 collection. Now, Part 1 was already released, and I did pick up a few items for that launch, but when Part 2 came out, I was really excited. I thought there was some cool stuff in there. Now, I didn't pick up the whole collection because, wow, the body shimmer was, checking notes, $52. There was $52 body shimmer, and I'm not going anywhere with body shimmer all over me, so I decided to pass on that. I did appreciate that it came in 2 shades though, but I did pick up the newest eyeshadow palette. I picked up the blush and highlighter palette that came out, and I did pick up one of the lipsticks as well because I was very intrigued. I don't think I have any Pat McGrath lipstick, so I kind of wanted to try out the formula, and I really liked the color that came out. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a try on with the products that I picked up, and I'm just gonna give you my first opinions. We're gonna do some swatches of the palette. I haven't done that yet, so I'm excited to do that with you on camera. We are also going to compare the newest palette to the palette that came out at the first Bridgerton collection. And we're gonna see how similar they are because I am seeing quite a few similarities between the palettes. So let's get into this. I am gonna go ahead and start with the newest palette. So this palette is Belle the Ball palette, and it retails for $65, which is definitely pricey. If you know anything about Pat McGrath, you know she's a little on the more expensive side. So I picked this up and I was like, okay, it's gotta be amazing, right? I liked a lot about, oh my God, no, I just showed you the wrong palette. I knew I was gonna do this. So, wow, they look so similar. Okay, so I lied. That was the Diamond of the First Water palette. This is the newest palette. This is Belle the Ball. And as you can see, the decorations on them are very similar. Like, obviously there's a different color scheme, but I feel like it's kind of easy to get them confused. And let's just kind of compare what they look like. So this is the newest one, Belle the Ball. And then we have Diamond of the First Water. So I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing some things that look a little bit similar. Not quite sure why she went with doing multiple blues, light blues, one in each palette. I don't know if that was completely necessary. And to be honest, I don't love this blue. It's definitely a topper color. So it's, I mean, it's got a little bit of like a duochrome type thing going on, right? Can you see that? I feel like it's got a little bit of a duochrome there. And when I picked this up, I was just like, wait, I already have that palette. No, they're different palettes. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch this palette so you can kind of see how the colors work. And I'm gonna try to do the swatches a little different than I did in my previous video with Lois Cosmetics. I don't know how people swatch as great as they do. I'm not a great swatcher, but we're gonna just practice and eventually I will get there. So we're gonna start and just go the first row and the second row. And the names of the colors are on the back. Quite a bit of kick up with that one. Oh, it's pretty. Are these even going on a little bit straight? We hope, we hope. Oh, it's another glitter topper, dear Lord. Okay. Okay, I need glitter on my face. So that is Refinement, Regency, Romance, and Diamond's Desire. So as you can see, all the names are on the back of the palette, but that is the first row. So you want to look there. And then let's go ahead and swatch the second row. Gonna mess up all the pretty embossing. Oh, well, that is actually really pretty. Okay. Ooh, okay. That gold is something else. So that is Forbidden Amour, Daring Dandy, and Forever Charmed. So that is the palette swatched on my arm. Hopefully you're getting a good look of that. And yeah, and again, both palettes retail for $65 each if you are interested. So again, a little on the pricier side. Wow, that was some rough swatches. That was some rough swatches. I was all over the place. Okay, well, hopefully you get the idea. We are going to be doing a look right now, which is why my eyes have nothing on them right now. My face is pretty much done, but I wanted to use the products that I picked up. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by priming my eyes, and I am again using the ABH eye primer, this one right here. And everything that I have on my face is going to be in the description box below, so if you have any questions, you can go ahead and look there. I've linked everything. None of it is affiliated, it's just in case you want to check anything out. I'm trying to be a little bit more careful here because my face is already done. So if there is a ton of fallout, it's going to be a little bit harder to remove it because that would mean redoing my whole face. And I don't really want to do that. It's done for the day. We don't need to go back and redo it, right? Okay, so using the new palette, it is a gorgeous palette. It really is. So I think what I'm going to do, because as we've talked about before, I do like putting shimmers in the crease, is I'm going to go ahead with Refinement, and I'm going to put that all over the crease. And let's use the mirror in here. I think that's handy. Take off a little wrapper. So Refinement, when I swatched it, it was definitely very, very light. It kind of matched the color of my skin. It's a very pretty champagne shimmer. So it's not gonna pick up super easy on the camera, but it is laying down very beautifully. And I'm using my brushes from Bling Brushes. I have been following their Instagram account for so long. And when I saw that they were having sale over last Christmas, I picked up a few and they're freaking gorgeous. And yes, I will buy anything that's bejeweled. Okay, I'm definitely getting some fallout. It's okay, I think I can just brush this one away. Yeah, okay, that's okay. So, very light in the crease. I'm not quite sure how well it's picking up on camera. It does look pretty. It gives it a very nice champagne-y shimmer. And I think what I want to, oh yeah, quite a bit of kick up in the pan. You can see that. And I think next what I want to do is I do really like this darker brown, so Forbidden Amour. So I think I'm going to go in with that color and just put it in on the edges of my eyelids. Oh wow, okay. That's setting down really pretty. I'm trying to be better about not putting my hand in front of the camera when I'm applying stuff. It definitely is something that needs a little bit of practice, but I am getting better, I swear. Hopefully. Go back in, just kind of deepen that up a little bit. So I will say there is a reason why Pat McGrath has such expensive eyeshadow, and it is the quality is gorgeous. I could probably stop here and be happy, to be honest, because everything is laying down beautifully. It's just really fun to work with her eyeshadows. I think I'll probably not use this eyeshadow though because it is very glittery and I'm not sure if I'm looking for a glittery kind of look today. This Daring Dandy is a gorgeous color though. So I think we're gonna go ahead and go into that in the inner corner of my eyelid and kind of spread that out. I'm gonna use another of my brushes from Bling Brushes. It's not an ad, I just really like anything with crystals on it. Okay, this one, let's see if it sets down a little better when using my finger. Well, I think it's just a very light shade. But sometimes things just set down a little better when you use your finger as a brush, right? It's not just me, right? Ooh, that's pretty. So it's a little bit of an aqua color. It's not just blue. So it is pretty different from what I'm seeing in the first palette that launched with the first collection. Okay, you know what? I think I lied. I think we are gonna go in with this Diamond's Desire color. We're gonna use that, and I'm just going to put it in the middle of my lid. Again, I'm gonna use my fingers. I normally do that with shimmery shades like that. And we're just gonna lie it down there. Okay, that's really pretty. Wow. Okay, I am actually really happy with how this turned out. There was a little bit of fallout. It's pretty minimal. It's not anything that I'm overly concerned by. So I think that's kind of an achievement when you're working with shimmers like this. And I think I am gonna go in, I'm gonna go back into the first color that we used over here, Refinement, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put it under my lower lashes. And again, I don't expect this to pick up too well on camera. It is very, very light. It's very pretty champagne-y, but I think it gives my eyes just a little bit of a pop. Okay, what do we think? Ooh, you know what? Go back in with this a little bit and clean it up. He's a little bit darker right there. Okay, perfect. I'm really liking this look. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on eyeliner and mascara and be right back. I love it. Okay, I think this look turned out perfect. I'm actually really impressed with this palette. I liked the first palette, but I didn't fall in love with it. But this one, I just feel like every single shadow that I used in this look performed amazingly. The yellow is definitely something that I want to try. Just by those swatches, it kind of blew me away. So yeah, I'm gonna say I approve of this palette. I'm a fan. Awesome. So let's move on to the next product that I was really excited for. And this one was a little bit disappointing. So this is the Blushing Delights palette, and inside it contains 3 blushes and a highlighter. It looks like this. And I think an argument that I heard from quite a few people was that the packaging is a little bit cheap, which for a product that costs $60, I have to agree. I think the packaging could be improved upon a little bit. It's all cardboard and it's very lightweight, which kind of makes me worry that it's gonna just slip out of my hands because I could see it just flying across my dresser or something like that. But I did really like these colors. I thought they were really, really pretty. I like that there's an orangier one, a pinkier one, and a darker one. And Pat McGrath's highlighters are absolutely amazing. You can't go wrong with them. And let's see if the colors are on here. Oh, perfect. Okay, so the highlighter color is in Champagne Venus. And then let's see, I believe it's this one. The orangier one is Aphrodisia. And then this one is Budding Romance. And then the one on the very bottom is Berry Brilliance. So this is the highlighter and blush palette. And again, this retails for $60. So a little bit on the expensive side. Again, that's pretty much what you're gonna get with Pat McGrath. That's on par for the rest of how much their other products cost. But I do have to say, like, I do wish the packaging was a little bit heavier, just a little bit more weight to it. I understand the idea behind using cardboard. It's more recyclable, which is awesome. But if you're paying $60 for something, you also want to get your money's worth. So that's just my opinion on the packaging. We are going to go ahead, and I really like this pink. So the Budding Romance over here, I think that's going to be perfect for the look that I have today. And gonna go ahead and grab a brush, just tap it on my brush. Ooh. Okay, that is a gorgeous pink. I really like that. It's very pretty. Okay, that is a gorgeous color. I'm really excited to get some more use out of this because I think that is just a gorgeous color. Ooh, okay, a little bit dusty. I really like that orange one too. I'm a little worried the Berry Brilliance is gonna be too dark on me, but I think if you go on with a light hand, it might be okay. Now we're gonna go into this highlighter, and the highlighter is, again, Champagne Venus. And let's see, I think this will work. So I have another brush from Bling Brushes. Look how amazing that is. This is not sponsored, I wish, but it's just gorgeous. It's just fun. So we're gonna go ahead and get some of that on my brush. Oh, okay. So this is a little more glitter heavy than I normally like my highlighters. I don't really love things with chunky glitter. It's going on really nicely. It's very golden champagne-y. It does have some larger flecks of glitter in it that I'm not super stoked on, but they're not falling off. They're staying on the face, so that's good. Okay, we're gonna just do a little bit on my nose too. I like to highlight the nose. Get the Cupid's bow. Yeah, this one doesn't like work amazingly for Cupid's bow because it's got too much glitter in it. Okay, it's very pretty. It's not what I would normally reach for, to be honest. Again, just because it has those chunky pieces of glitter in it. But it is pretty. It's very pretty on my face. It looks good on my nose. Again, it's a little glitter heavy for doing the Cupid's bow if you highlight there. I like it, but I don't love it. I think I'm gonna need to use it a little bit more to really finalize my thoughts and ideas on it. Again, I think it's not gonna be one that is my all-time favorite because of that heavy glitter. But again, it's fun. I do kind of think that the different layout is something different, and I always like seeing something a little bit different. I can already hear people saying there's so much empty space in that palette. And I do have to kind of agree, if you're paying $60, it'd be nice if maybe there was something in the middle as well, you know, maybe another highlighter or something. I don't know. Something to think about, but for $60, I don't know if I can fully recommend it. That's a lot of money to pay for 3 blushes and 1 highlighter with colors that may not necessarily work for you. I do enjoy Pat McGrath's blush quality though, so I don't know. It's really up to you to decide if that's something that you want to spend your money on. I spent my money on it, so you don't have to. Okay, last but certainly not least, I picked up one of the SatinAllure lipsticks. Now, these retail for $28 and they come in 7 shades. And I think the packaging is so cute. I love that bright pink. I would have loved to see a bright pink like this in one of the palettes. I think that would have been super fun. I feel like the pinks in there are a little more muted. And let's see, I got the color Veiled Rose. Let's pop this out. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's got the cutest little packaging. Look at that little bow. It's kind of gonna be annoying to store, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's okay. It's cute and I like it. So for $28, Veiled Rose looks like this. And we're just gonna go ahead and put it on. Okay, that's a really pretty color. This is actually a great pink. I really like the lighter pinks. I feel like they're ones that I could wear pretty much every day or to work. And this one fits the bill. I really like that. That's gorgeous. Okay, so I am a fan of the lipstick. I haven't really tried, I don't think any Pat McGrath lipsticks. I'm gonna have to look through my collection. I say that now, I'm sure there's one hidden there somewhere. But so far I'm really liking the formula. It feels very moisturizing. It doesn't feel like it's gonna dry out my lips. I mean, we haven't done a wear test yet, so who knows. But so far so good. And again, that's a really good color. That's a perfect color for me. I love that. Before I give you my final thoughts, I also wanted to go through and swatch a couple of the colors in each of the palettes and compare them and see if they were super similar or maybe there was enough of a difference between them where you could justify getting both palettes. I think after using the new palette that it seems like there are enough differences between the two so that it's not as similar as I first initially thought it would be. But there are a couple colors that I do want to swatch out. And I think it's going to be the first colors in both rows that look very similar to me and those blues. But of course, now having used the blue in the new palette, it's much more of an aqua. It's got like a green tint to it, so it's not as blue as the other one. Let's go ahead and swatch some of these. Okay, so first I'm going to swatch Refinement, and this is in the new palette. And next in the Diamond of the First Water, this is Iconic Ingenue. Oh, let's see how similar these are. Ooh, it's light. So somehow Iconic Ingenue in the first palette is even lighter than Refinement in the new palette. They are pretty similar, I am gonna say. I don't know if it was necessary to have both. I think Refinement is just a little bit darker, and then you have the Iconic, which is just a little bit lighter. So they're not the same, they're different, but they're very, very close. So I don't love that. I wish there was a different color. Again, a bright pink would have been awesome. I would have loved seeing that. Okay, so next we're gonna swatch this color, which is Forbidden Amour in the new palette. And this color, which is Plum Regalia in the first palette. Oh my God, my swatching needs work, I know. Okay, so definitely different colors. I think in the newer palette, Forbidden Amour is a little bit lighter, a little more red. Plum Regalia in the first palette is definitely more plummy. So they are different colors, but again, I've seen a lot of similarities. You know, I don't know if it was necessary to have both of them, you know? But last but not least, we are going to swatch Regency Blue. And again, I'm pretty sure this is a duochrome because I'm getting some reflex from it. And we're gonna go ahead and swatch Daring Dandy. And, you know, I do think these are very different. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see this one though. It's just the topper. Okay, so very different, those two. At first glance, they look similar, but they're not. So as you can see, there are some similarities, and it's a little disappointing, especially when you are spending $65 on a palette. You think you want two palettes that were very unique and distinctive, which, because they have some colors that are just so close, and there's only 6 colors in each palette, they're not as distinctive as I would personally like them to be. But let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts. What I think about this collection, I think it's beautiful. I do think the aesthetic is really, really pretty. I do wish it wasn't all cardboard. I do wish there was a little bit more thought put into the packaging and making it a little bit heavier. But it's very pretty. Is it necessary? If you're a huge fan of Bridgerton, maybe it is necessary. If you've never tried Pat McGrath and you wanted to pick up one of these palettes, maybe, but I'm gonna say no. I don't think it's necessary to add these to your collection. They're fun, they're pretty, but they're very, very expensive for what you're getting. Anyways, I had a great time doing this review with you guys. Hopefully you liked it as well. Let me know what you thought about this collection down in the comments. Is it something that you've already picked up? Is it something you're thinking about picking up? Did I maybe dissuade you a little bit from picking it up? Either way, I would love to hear from you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.